In a quiet forest where moonlight filtered through ancient oaks like silver threads, there lived a young fox named Ember. She was quick and clever, with fur the color of autumn leaves and eyes that sparkled with mischief. Every evening she roamed the underbrush, chasing fireflies, stealing berries from the low branches, and teasing the slower creatures with her swift paws. The other animals admired her speed, but kept their distance. She never stayed long enough to share a meal, never lingered to listen to the night songs. Why waste time when I can run ahead? Would say, die fleek, and I've always seen the next thrill, the next shiny. One crisp autumn night, a heavy frost arrived earlier than expected. The berries froze on the vines, the streams iced over, and the forest grew silent under a blanket of white. Ember had spent the warm months playing and wandering, gathering only what she needed for the moment. Now the cold bit at her paws, and her den felt empty. No stores of food, no warmth of company. She wandered through the snow, stomach growling, pride keeping her from asking for help. She saw the rabbit huddled in his burrow with his family, sharing roots they had saved. She saw the squirrels curled together in their hollow tree, passing acorns back and forth. Even the hedgehog, slow and spiny, had tucked himself into a nest of leaves with enough to last. Ember felt a pang. She could not name something sharper than hunger. She tried to hunt alone, but the snow muffled every sound, and her paws slipped on the ice. Exhausted, she curled up under a fallen branch, shivering, watching the stars through bare twigs. For the first time, the thrill of running felt far away. The forest, so full of life by day, seemed vast and lonely at night. Tears froze on her whiskers as she whispered to the darkness, "I thought being fast meant being free. But I am cold and alone." At dawn, soft footsteps approached. It was the old badger, Wizanslo Edward Framba for Mentisans. He carried a small bundle of dried roots in his jaws. Without a word, he set them beside her, then sat quietly in the snow. Ember stared at the gift, ears flattened. "I don't need your pity," she muttered. The badger only nodded and said, "It is not pity. It is what friends do." He did not leave until she had eaten a little. Then he padded away, leaving warmth in the air where he had been. That day, Ember did not run. She followed the badger slowly, step up, to Iburo. There, she found a small gathering rabbit, squirrel, hedgehog sharing what little they had. They made space for her without question. Ember sat at the edge, unsure. But the warmth of their bodies and the quiet rhythm of their breathing eased the ache in her chest. She listened as they told simple stories of the summer, laughed softly at small things, and passed food from paw to paw. For the first time, she did not feel the need to dart away. Winter passed slowly, and Ember stayed. She learned to dig for roots, to listen to the wind's warnings, to rest without chasing the next moment. She discovered that speed was a gift, but only when balanced with stillness. And in the stillness, she found something she had never known she lacked: belonging. When spring came and the snow melted into streams, Ember no longer raced ahead alone. She walked beside her friends, tail low and content, sharing berries she had gathered, pausing to watch the new leaves unfold. The forest felt smaller now, warmer, more like home. The moral is short. True freedom is not in running ahead alone. It is in walking together, sharing what you have, and finding your place among others.